Hey team, it's Chloe here. We are going to be doing 3 blocks of full body work strength today and then ending with a little abdominal section. Come to the back of your mat and we're just going to find a little roll down into our warm-up. Rolling down the spine, bending the knees, and then walk out to your full arm plank. Find 2 shoulder taps, and then you're just going to bend through the knees and roll all the way back up. Nice and slowly through this little section, just mobilizing the spine, dropping the hips down into the plank, 2 taps, and then back all the way up. Chin to chest. Finding that heaviness in the back as you come all the way down, lower those hips, try and keep them nice and still in the little taps there. And then last one, rolling all the way down, bending through the knees, coming all the way out, finding a little tap, and then a tap here. Bring that right foot to your right hand. You're just gonna find a little lunge, and then reach your right hand towards the ceiling, opening up the chest. And then pop it down towards the floor and send it back into your plank onto that left side. Left foot forward. Spiral through the spine, reach up towards the ceiling. And then lower down, that's it. So just opening up into the hips here, finding that little hip flexor stretch, and then opening up through the spine. Pop that hand down. Using your breath as you lower down into that lunge. Let's just do one more on this side. Reaching. Popping those hands down. That's it. Then coming all the way up. We're going to just drop nice and low into a squat. Pop your hands onto your feet. Keep your chest nice and lifted and that spine in neutral. And then you're just going to drive your hips up to a little hamstring stretch. And then you're going to lower back down, finding that neutral spine once more. Lifting up, extending the hips to the ceiling. And then lowering down, good. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale as you drop down, really trying to allow that full depth into the squat now. Dropping it down, good. Just a couple more here. Reaching those hips high. And all the way down, last one, just extending those hips. Wonderful, rolling up through the spine. Alrighty, block 1, here we go. We're going to be doing 3 exercises, 30 seconds each. You're going to have 15 seconds between those exercises, and we're going to do that 4 times through. You do get a little bit of recovery between the rounds as well. Your first exercise, you're going to grab one heavier dumbbell and bring it onto your chest, just in that goblet position. From here, you're going to lower down into your squat, as low as you feel you can with that neutral spine, and then drive up through your glutes all the way down, and then squeeze all the way up. The next exercise we have are 2 lighter dumbbells, and we're just going to come down onto our bench, sitting up nice and straight. We're going to high rack these dumbbells and then squeeze them up above the head, lowering them down into our overhead press. Drive it up, and then nice and slowly down. Once you've done that, come to the end of your bench, pop your shoulder blades onto it, have a little bend in the arms, and those dumbbells above the chest, we fly them down towards the side, and then you squeeze up for 2, lowering down, and then exhaling up. Wonderful. Keep these dumbbells here. We've got 10 seconds. We're going to be grabbing that heavier one, bringing it to the goblet, and then hop your feet in that neutral stance. Let's go, 30 seconds down, and then squeeze up to start. Good, dropping down, and then lifting up. So from side on, you've got that nice neutral spine. As you lower down, you're keeping your chest nice and lifted. Drive up through the heels, and lift. Inhale, lower. Squeeze up. Good, just 5 more seconds here. Squeezing up to the top, 1 more. And then lift. Lovely. Pop that weight down. Let's head over to the bench. Sitting up nice and straight onto those shoulder presses. Lifting through the core. Bring those dumbbells above the shoulders. Let's go. 30 seconds. All the way up. Nice and slowly down. pushing up. Exhale. And inhale, lower, control those weights all the way down. 2, press up, good, halfway, 15 seconds, you got it. Keep going, team, press them up. So nice and slow to start, just getting those movements in the body. Driving up, 3, 2, 1, good. Keeping a hold of them. Let's lie down onto that bench now for our flies. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and pop them right onto the bench. Hands up above the chest. Little bend in the elbows, 3 seconds, and we're going. 2, 1, lower down. And then lift. Nice and slow with this one here, really feeling that stretch across the chest. And then you squeeze it back up. Inhale down. Exhale, push. Yes, we're really feeling that pull into the chest. Lower those elbows down, squeezing up. Couple more, just one more, finishing off that rep. Lower those arms down. Good, place the dumbbells down. Alrighty, guys, got a little break, 20 seconds, and then we're gonna go back into it again for our second round. This time, really try and find that mind to muscle connection on all of the movements, but think about that nice neutral spine the whole way through the 3 exercises. Goblet rack into the squat, and those feet underneath the shoulders. 2, 1, here we go. Second round, drop it down, and then squeeze it up. Lower down, and then drive through the heels. Drive up, good, that's it, drop it down, and then squeeze it up. Try and keep those knees going in line over the tops of the toes, so they're not dropping in or pushing outwards, they're just going right over the toes. Good, 5 seconds, couple more reps, your last one. Drop it down and lift it up, well done. Pop that weight down, over onto that shoulder work now on the bench. Grab a hold of those light dumbbells. In 3 seconds, we're going. Rack them up. Let's go. Exhale, push. Inhale, drop. And lower down. Good, so those shoulders can be the elbows can be slightly in front of the body if you do need. Don't feel like they've got to be completely out towards the sides if that's not comfortable for you. Sitting up nice and tall as you press those dumbbells over your head, lowering down, press up, and drop down in 2, and in 1. Alrighty, let's lie down on the bench, bring it all the way down, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, push the dumbbells up, little bend in the elbows. We're gonna lower them down towards the sides. Here we go, dropping them down, and then squeeze up. Lower down. Now, if this starts to get a little bit heavy with these weights, feel free to change up the exercise into a chest press. So you just turn your palms to face away from you and you'd lower those elbows down and then drive up to a straight arm. Otherwise, you carry on with those flies until you can't do that any longer. Lower down for 2. Exhale up. Good job. Alrighty. 2 sets down. We've got 2 more to go, so we're halfway through this block. Nice little bit of repetition to really build that overload into the muscles. Woo, getting hot in here. Grab a hold of your weight. You're gonna bring it in front of that chest once more. Now this time, let's really think about going down nice and slowly, but driving up through the floor. And we're just gonna try and get a couple more reps in. So we're gonna lower down for 2, and then you drive up, squeeze. Drop down, and then lift up. Lovely, lock those ribs in and down as you drop into your squat. So you're not letting them flare out. Good, lower down, drive up, squatting down, squeeze the glutes to the top, 10 seconds remaining, you've got it, drop down. And then you lift, lower down, and lift. One more rep here, lowering down, squeezing up, well done. Pop that dumbbell down. Grab a hold of your light ones. 8 seconds, we're going into those shoulder presses. Third time through, roll the shoulders back and down, sitting up nice and tall. Are you ready? Let's go. Press, lowering down. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lower, nice. Getting a little bit of deltoid work here, working into that upper body. Squeeze and lift, exhale, drop down. Good, pressing up. That's it, guys, keep going. Sitting up nice and tall. Try not to let those weights allow you to drop and curve into your back. 3 more, lifting up and dropping down. Yes, turn it around. Popping those shoulder blades down. Here we go, chest flies. All those chest presses, if you need, take that option when it's necessary. Little bend in the elbows. We're coming into our flies, opening up and then squeezing together. Lowering down, feel that pull across the chest as you squeeze up nice and slow with this one. Really controlling those arms. Try and move them in tandem with each other and then squeeze them up together. Lowering down. Exhale, lift up. Good, one more here. Squeezing up, yes. Okay, here we go, last set. Are you ready? Just 1.5 minutes of work. Goblet squat, shoulder press, chest fly. Last little one. Bringing that weight here. Roll the shoulders back and down. Start to integrate that breath as well, so as you drop down, you inhale and then you exhale to come up. Good, 5 seconds remaining. Shake it off, guys. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go, lower down for 2. And I exhale, squeeze up. Good, drop down. And then lift. Keeping that bum back and down the whole way through. Can you drop a little bit lower in this spinal set? Allowing your hips to really work into the bottom of that movement. 10 seconds on the clock now. Good, let's get those last reps out with your squat. Drive up. 3, in 2, and 1. Last one, just finish it off. Good. Okay, onto that bench. 2 more to go. Onto those shoulders. 5 seconds here. Bring those dumbbells up. Are you ready? Squeezing into the deltoids. 2, and 1. You lift up, lower down for 2. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Good, really control it down. Squeeze it. Lowering it down, yes. Starting to really feel it into the shoulders now. Trying to keep pushing through those reps with the control and the form, even as we start to get a little bit tired. In 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, alrighty, coming over onto that chest fly, your last one. Let's squeeze those shoulder blades together. You know the drill. Feel free to open up into that chest press if you need, as your muscles fatigue. 2, and 1. Here we go, little bend in the elbows. Opening up, squeezing together. Keeping that core nice and tight in this movement. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, squeeze up. Good. You have got 6 seconds on that clock. Get those last couple of reps in. Lowering down. Squeezing up. Well done, everyone. Nice job. That is your block 1 complete. The next little block, actually keep a hold of these light weights. And we're going to be doing 3 exercises again. The first one we're going to do is our alternating forward lunge. So roll those shoulders back and down and squeeze into the lats. You're going to lower down into that lunge and then drive up through that front leg to standing, squeezing up. Now, if that does get a little bit too much for you, your balance is a little bit all over the place, feel free to drop it back into your reverse lunges, just a little bit more control there. Pop them down on the mat, and then you're gonna bring this heavy one over to the bench today. We're gonna find a tripod stance, so feet nice and wide, and your left hand's gonna be onto the bench. You're dropping your right arm down nice and low, Squeezing and lifting up to the side for your bent over row. Bring that body as far forward to parallel as you can. We're gonna do that on both sides, of course. And then the last little bit in this one today, we have got some press ups. We're dropping down to the floor and lifting up, lowering down, squeezing up. Now you've got two choices with these press ups. You can lower down all the way, release your hands and press away from the floor for that progression. Or if it's all too much for you, you feel like you just need a little moment, you can come onto the bench and find your inclines. Alrighty, 30 seconds, off we go. Forward lunges, lowering down towards the floor and squeezing up. Lift. Try and keep that chest nice and lifted all the way through your lunges. Lower that knee down to the floor, lifting up. Good, squeeze it down. Drive up through that front heel. Chest nice and lifted. Lovely, that's it for the lunges. Grab a hold of that dumbbell. Into our bent over row, squeeze the elbow nice and high. Slowly lower down. And you lower. Lifting up. And lower, try and bring that dumbbell more towards the hip rather than underneath the shoulder, so you keep that connection into the back. Squeeze up, drive. Lower it down, let's switch over sides. Tripod stance, front hand forward, lifting up and lowering down for 2. Squeeze it up and drive it down. Whew. Hot in here today. I'm sweating it out. Hopefully you are too. Drive it up. Lower that arm down. All that connection into the back, making that posterior chain nice and strong. Squeeze it up. Lower it down. Yes, well done. Pop that weight there. We're going to come into our press-ups, finding a little hand release at the bottom for that full progression. Otherwise, you are just finding your full press-ups, not tapping that chest all the way down to the floor and releasing the hands. Push up. Inhale, drop. Exhale, squeeze up. Lowering down. And lift. Yes, alrighty. I'm just gonna grab a towel, give myself a little paddle. Lovely, so you've got 20 seconds. We're only gonna do this one 3 times through. So you're almost there with this little block. Nice and quick. Grab a hold of those light weights. And remember, not a tight rope, you wanna be on train tracks with your legs. So keep a little gap between them rather than sending that leg right back behind the front heel. We're gonna be bringing everything forward onto those train tracks. So a little gap between the feet as you step forward, just to allow to help your body with its balance. Good, lowering down for 2, squeezing up. Lower that knee all the way down, then lift up. Squeeze the lats in, dropping down and up. That's it. Good, just finishing it off. Pop those weights down. Alrighty, let's head over to that bench. Nice steady stance in the feet. Nice long arms, squeeze it up and lower down. Let that lat fully extend towards the floor and then squeeze it up. Drive up through that elbow and the little squeeze of the shoulder blade in towards the center line of the body. Lowering down. Exhale, squeeze. Good, lower it down, switching over sides. Nice and fast, no rest today in this little section. Squeeze it up and drop it down. Yes, working on that back. Nice and strong, helping with that posture, that nice open chest and open shoulders, lowering it down. Exhale, squeeze up. Inhale, lower. Good, pop that weight down. Let's go over into those press-ups. Hands underneath the shoulders, lowering down that body towards the floor, one straight line with the body, and then drive up your hips and your shoulders together the whole way through. If that is too much for you and you're on the floor, you can take that option to drop the knees down to press back up. So taking those negative press ups, lifting up through the hips. Hold that core nice and tight. Press up. Good job. Okay. Woo. Last little one. Getting those forward lunges, all in the legs. Then we work that back and chest. 15 seconds of recovery here, guys. Grab a drink of water if you need it. 10 seconds. Alrighty. Grabbing those dumbbells. 5 seconds. Roll the shoulders back and down. Squeeze everything in towards your sides. Let's step it forward, lowering down. Alternating that lunge every time. Lowering down, lifting up, dropping it down. Yes, chest nice and lifted. Squeeze it up. Good. Last time you're doing this one. Keep driving through. And lift. Squeezing up at the top. Lowering down. Yes, alrighty. Pop those dumbbells to the sides. Into that back work, bent over row. Onto that right arm. Lowering it down. Good. Lifting up. Really sending that mind to muscle connection into the back of the body. Squeeze that shoulder blade in. And then lower everything down to the floor for a nice long stretch into the back there, into those lats. Drop it down. Squeeze it up. And lower down. Second side. Let's lift up. And you lower down for 2. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, drop. Yes, well done. Last one. With these bent over rows. Keep those abdominals nice and tight. Try not to curve that spine. Keep it nice and flat. You're almost there. Lifting up. Lowering down. Good job. Popping that weight down. Let's go. Press ups to finish. Down to the floor. All the way up. One long line with your body. Squeezing into the back as you press away from the floor. Working into the front of the body. Lowering down. Hold that core. Remembering those regressions if you need them as you get tired. Yes. Woo. Alrighty. That's it. So, our last little section that we have got, we're going to be doing bicep and triceps, yeah? All in that upper body. Get that little gun show going. Bring those dumbbells, the light ones, to the center. We're going to start with bicep curls. So those palms facing in, and then they're going to squeeze up to your shoulders and rotate back down, rotating up and lowering down. You're then going to go straight into hammer curls. So the palms are in neutral and you're just driving up. Keep a little bend in the knee. Once you've done that, let's come over to our bench and we've got tricep dips to finish. Feel free to bend your legs if you need to. Otherwise, full progression, straight legs, lowering down to the floor and lifting up. Alrighty, 5 seconds on the clock. Are you ready? Grab those dumbbells. Here we go, all in the arms. Squeezing up into your bicep curl and lowering down. Finding that full extension and control into the arms. 2, 1, alrighty. Hammer curl straight in, lowering it down. Exhale and drop. Good, 10 seconds on the clock. Get those reps in with the hammer curl if you can. Squeezing up, lowering down. 2 and 1, yes. Over onto the box. Extend those legs out and lowering down. Squeeze those elbows together behind you. Keep that chest nice and lifted. "15 seconds on the clock, you're halfway through. If you haven't already, maybe you want to try it for the last 10, legs extended Otherwise, you just keep them bent in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Shake off those arms. Ooh, this one's gonna get burning, I can feel it. Find those dumbbells. So we're working on like a little mechanical drop set, the biceps into the hammer curls, keeping the same weight. We're just changing the wrist action, and that's just to kind of recruit some different muscles there. Are you ready? Just gonna get warm into those biceps. Bend down through the knees. Roll those shoulders back and down. Control the movement. 2, 1. Squeeze up. And lower down. Drive up. Turn those palms to face towards the shoulders. And then lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good. Change it up. Hammer curl. Here we go. Extend those arms. Squeeze those reps out. Ooh. Here we go. 8 seconds. Good. All the way up. Can you really max out on those reps? In 2, in 1. Nice job. Put them down. Over onto that bench straight away. Don't waste any time. Squeeze those elbows back. Keep the chest nice and lifted, core engaged. Well done, 12 seconds remaining. Yes, guys, really drop all the way down. I know it's starting to hurt at this little section, but you've got it. Keep pushing through. 3, 2, 1. Good. One more of our bicep curl section. Shake it out, shake it out. Good. On those tricep dips, keep pushing nice and low into the hips, yeah? As you get tired, try not to lose that form and round the shoulders. Keep everything nice and open. Grabbing those dumbbells. Alrighty, last set. It's where we strengthen our mind as well as our body. Bend down through those knees. Power through the pain and the fatigue. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lift up. Lower down. Just 15 seconds of this bicep curl. Twisting those hands up towards the shoulders and lowering down. 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? Here we go. Here's where that burn sets in. Hold that body nice and tight. Woo. Good. 8 seconds. Breathe out as you press them up. In 3, 2, 1 more. Yes, done with the curls. Good, let's come over. Last little bit. Lowering down. Exhale, lift up. Drop and lift. 20 seconds on the clock. That's all you've got to do with your triceps. Making those arms nice and strong. Drop it down and lift. Good. 10 seconds. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Oh, shake out the arms. Nice job, guys. You'll be happy to know our next section, we're coming down to the floor. This is our abdominal finisher. You're gonna have 4 minutes to complete 20 alternating V sit-ups, all the way up, all the way down, 40 Russian twists, twisting those shoulders, spiraling through the spine. Once you've done them, over onto our hands for 60 mountain climbers. Keeping those hips nice and low. 10 seconds till we start. If you finish it, go again, yeah? Alrighty, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, squeezing up. Drop it down, 20 V-sits. Nice and controlled. Lovely, try and bring that body up in one motion to meet that leg. Slowly lower down. If it's too much for you to take those arms overhead, feel free to reach them forward the whole way through, still finding that contraction into those abdominals. Exhale as you lift up. Oh no, I've lost count. I think I'm on 14. Here we go. 16, up, and you lower, lifting. Good. Once you've done these, we're finding those Russian twists. Here we go, feet planted on the floor. Nice vertical spine. tap those hands down. Lovely, nice and fast with this bit. Good, 20 more. Last one, 10, 9. Good, swim over, all that weight over the top of your fingertips into those 60 mountain climbers. Try and keep those hips nice and low. Yes. Alrighty, pushing through this section. Nine, 10, wonderful. Yes, 2 minutes on the clock already. We can do it all again. Exhaling as you squeeze up. Nice and controlled, lowering down. This second time is gonna be a little bit harder. Try and lock in that form and really hold it nice and still. Good. Exhale, squeeze up. We got 9 and 10. That's it, keep moving through your counts. You may be moving faster, you may be moving slower, that's absolutely fine. You just stick to your pace. And draw. We've got 1 minute 20. Can you finish off this section? Lifting up, lowering down. Good, popping those feet on the floor. Here we go. If you're into those Russian twists with me, let's go together. Twisting through the spine. Lower those shoulders. 10. 3, 2, 1. Good, swing it around. All that weight over the hands. Here we go, 60 climbers. Knees all the way in. Keep that weight forward. Yes, 40 seconds on the clock. We're gonna do it. Last 10. 9, 10. Good. Alrighty, 25 seconds. How about we just do those V-sits until the end of the workout now. And lower, might as well get the most out of this little abdominal section. Good. Squeeze up, lower down. Yes, 8 seconds on the clock. That's it, guys. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, team. Well done. Goodness, that arm little section got a bit fiery, didn't it? I hope you enjoyed the workout. I certainly did, and we'll see you next time.